ahead and get started. Thanks for coming, you guys. My name is Jennifer Faison. I am Superstar Director with Sensi. I have been with Sensi, it's been my third time talking about August of 2007.
Oh, I cannot hear you.
I am not used to mine.
Can we close the doors behind you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect.
In a microphone. Maybe just make a bye. Okay. Thank you. I need all the help. All right, so I had to share a quick story with you guys that I was laying in bed with my son last night, and I was like, honey, will you include mommy in your prayers? You know, I have to speak tomorrow. I want to be sure I say the right things and, you know, really give some great ideas to everybody. And he looks at me and he goes, like, what happens if you totally screw up? I was like, well, I'll probably let them know I lost my train of thought, and then I'll go back to my paper and, you know, look at it and start again. He goes, oh, that's going to be so embarrassing. If I have a Jalen moment, because that's his name, he'll be really proud of me. So, anyway, my background, prior to Sensi, I sold pharmaceuticals for 8 years. Then when we had my little guy, I was able to quit my job and stay at home. But I'll be honest, I've been working since I've been 13, so it was the strangest concept for me to be at home. So I came across Sensi, I was so excited, I had no idea what I was going to do with it, had never been in direct sales, but I wanted to give it a try. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was one of those people who had a problem with the image of direct selling. So you know how a lot of people go out and they call on their family and friends? Not me. I went cold called. I didn't even call on my family and friends because I wasn't ready to tell them yet what I was doing, because I had a problem with it. So it was like 2 months in, I still hadn't done very much with it, and I called my girlfriend in Oregon, who was my counterpart. I was like, she kept asking me, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm going to have to tell her. So I called her, and she asked, and I'm like, hey, Sensi. I'm like, they have really cute websites, and they have some warmers, and I kind of just casually went on for 5 minutes, and then I stopped, and it was like dead silent. And I was like, oh, this did not go over well. And she was like, you know what? We have done lunches together for 3 to 4 years, and that was probably the worst 5-minute sales pitch I have ever heard you give. She goes, I don't care what you sell, but you better own it. You better put your heart and your passion behind it, or you're never going to be able to sell these things. You know they were, because I didn't explain it well enough. And at that moment, it was kind of my aha moment to realize I was my own biggest obstacle to get around. I totally got in my own way of being successful in this business because I was too worried about what people were going to think. And then she said something that meant so much to me. She said, if there's anyone that can go out and professionalize this industry, it's you. You need to go out and give it the name that it's worth. And that meant so much to me because I am so passionate about this industry, and you know you get those people, you know, that are going to say that, I don't care. And I want to make it what it is because you know what, I feel like a professional. I feel more like a professional doing this than I did pharmaceuticals. So that was kind of the changing point to my business. And I'm going to tell you, probably like many other people, that this is so much more than warmers and wax. Well, and diffusers and all that. It used to just be warmers and wax. We were just talking with the group. We are so blessed. Andrea is my sponsor. And I told her, I'm like, she lives in Salt Lake City, and I'm like, listen, I'm speaking, and you need to come out here and sit in all 4 sessions. And this is the 3rd session. That's what a sponsor best friend does. And then Melissa Gratz is my front line and completely has become family and everything to me. And then Shelly and Lisa, I mean, we are a family. Sensi has totally become my family, and it's a part of it. And it means so much more to me when I come to these things to see everybody, but to see my family. So I really believe in this opportunity, you guys, before I get emotional. So I'm really excited to talk to you about getting new customers, because I passionately believe that this is the only way you're going to be able to sustain your business and keep your business growing. But I think the thing is we got to find out what's the right way for you guys, because there's different comfort levels when you're talking about going out and finding new people and talking to strangers. That's a hard thing for people. So, and it's going to start with baby steps, and that's the key. You have to step outside your comfort zone, but I'm going to help you guys do that in little tiny baby steps. You guys hear something called like the 3-month honeymoon phase, even the 6-month where the people join direct selling, they call on their family and friends, and then they run out and they're done because they don't know where to go. I've always said, since it becomes a business, the day you talk to someone you don't know about the business, it's no longer a hobby. But we got to figure out how to be able to talk to those people that is comfortable for you guys, because I know I wasn't comfortable. So I'll give you guys a story about not being comfortable. At one of our conventions, we did a superstar director panel. And I don't know if you guys know Becca Levi, sweetest, most amazing, she's a fabulous superstar director. So somebody had raised their hand and they said, Becca, how do you cold call on businesses? And you gotta know Becca, she's the sweetest thing. She's like, oh girl, I just walk in and I look around, I find a plug-in and I'll go plug in the plug-in, and then I tell them I'll be back in an hour. And I was like, are you kidding me? I've never in my lifetime do that. And so afterwards, Melissa and Andrea are sitting there and I was like, did you hear what Becca does? And Melissa says, man, if I was to do that in Detroit, I'd plug it in, come back in an hour, and the bomb squad would be there. So, what works for one is not going to work for another. So I'm hoping that sharing this with you guys, that I'm going to be able to touch on something that is going to be able to help you be comfortable and go out and talk to people. And before I start, there's 4 different steps, but there may be some Becca Levi's out here who have no problem doing that. But I will say, as you grow your team, you will come across somebody who is very timid and, afraid to be able to go out and talk to people. So hopefully these 4 tools are going to be able to help you train them and get comfortable. So, step 1 is called the silent approach, or better yet, doorbell bitch. And this is a true story. So I had a gal who was complete, she was like, I can't talk to anybody, I can't even walk in and set it down. If they see me set it down, I'm totally terrified. So we did something, I'm like, I want you to go through the bank drive-thru. You send it in, they send you back your receipt, you take your receipt out. Normally you close it up and you set it there. I said, I want you to put in a sample in your information, close it, set it there, hit send, and take off. And by the time they get it, they're going to be gone. So you didn't do anything. I mean, they're not going to know. And the true story, by the 4th time we were doing that, she pulled up, and they go, are you the Scentsy lady? And at first, her, so she goes, I was going to get in trouble. I knew it. They were like, do you have any scents in your car? Will you come in? We love it. We get so excited when we get your samples. So that, and I'll tell you, the girl who couldn't talk to anybody became a director. So we had to do it in baby steps. We had to get her there, because if I tell you, hey, go call on 9 places today and get back to me, let me know how it goes, it's not going to work, and that's not realistic. So that is step 1. Other places, I was going to flip the page here. You can go like Starbucks. You know how they have the little tip jars. You're going through the drive-thru, leave it, take off. If you're leaving a tip at a restaurant, leave it there, get up and leave. This step is all about you being able to leave a piece of Scentsy wherever you go. Step 1, that's your goal, getting comfortable leaving it. You don't have to say anything, it's a silent approach. And like I said, you can run at any point in time. You can even leave, if you're going through a hospital, put your catalog down and go. I always say I'd rather someone else throw out my catalog than me throw it out. It doesn't do any good sitting in my house, so we have to be able to get them out. So step 2 is the innocent approach. And you guys are going to think right now that I've lost my mind. It's a huge jump. I want you to go out one day and challenge yourself to drop off 10 samples to some strangers. But I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it where it's non-threatening. Andrea?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So, think of like a strip mall maybe that you could go to and go, okay, and this is all about practicing getting comfortable with people. So, and I've done this before, so I walked in and I'm like, if I saw her name tag, I'd be like, Hi, Andrea. I'm just out promoting my business today. I'd love to give you a free sample.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day. That's it. I didn't have to say, but I'm getting comfortable having that interaction. Most people, let me say, will not say no to free. I'm not promoting my business. I mean, we all business owners promote their business. So try to be able to go out and do that to 10 different places. I just think at the end of the day, it's all about baby steps. And okay, we did have this. Someone's going to say no too. When you walk in and you hand them a cent, they're going to go, nope, I hate cents. I've had this happen. I am like, oh my gosh, I know people are so sensitive. You know, certain people are sensitive to smells. I'm so sorry, but I hope you have a great day. Bye. I mean, so it's like you just kind of are just getting comfortable with yes and no's. That's step 2. I want you guys to be comfortable. So then step 3 is let them speak their approach. So this is what I want you to do. For 3 days, and this, you guys, you could just have 5 testers or transition testers. 3 days, all day, you carry these and they can't be put away. If you go to the grocery store, you carry them, you sit down, you pay. If you go to the doctor's, you're going to set them down. You have them sit on your lap or you hold them. Or if I go to the basketball gym, they're going to sit next to me on the bench. They're going to be visible at all times. What's going to happen in these 3 days, I can guarantee this one, most, like 100%. Not that they're going to say this, but 90% do. Is that lip gloss? It's going to generate some type of conversation that you don't have to start. So once these are visible and you have them out, people are going to be inquiring. This might come a little bit later, but I encourage you guys to carry these door prize drawing forms with you when you're doing this. Because you might be able to say, let's say someone does start engaging in conversation. Oh, I had a consultant, you know, she doesn't sell anymore. Oh my gosh, well, you know what? I do a drawing once a month for a free nightlight. If you just want to put your first name down and email address, I'll put you in it. Or if they say, oh my gosh, I used to love getting the scent of the month. Well, you know what? If you just want to put your first name and email, I'll add you to my newsletter. And at any point in time, you know, you don't want the email, you can unsubscribe. But this is a way for you guys to get information from them. You might not do that on the first few steps, but this could be something you definitely could do down the road. So something else I kind of want to talk about because this has come up. So let's say you're doing this and you start a conversation and you start to get uncomfortable, you know, your anxiety rises, all of a sudden they're like drilling you with questions and you're panicked, you don't have the answer, and this is not what you wanted. I learned something in my pharmaceutical days because I was literally terrified to go call in a physician. I'm like, who am I, you know, to go tell a doctor something. So someone told me one time, ask questions. That's the safest place you can be. Because you're asking questions and you get information, and the more information you have, the more you can do with it. So let's say you go and you're totally nervous and somebody goes, hey, what are those lip gloss? Yeah. Well, what do you use them for? Oh, they're just are different. You can say, I'm doing a challenge, I'm carrying these, or, you know, my car's too hot, but they're different wax samples. And then all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to have more conversation. Just say, do you like candles? Yeah, I haven't got, you know, what's your favorite scent? Have you heard of Scentsy before? Just start asking questions, and pretty soon you're going to get information from them that hopefully can lead to whether you're going to be able to get their information or it's going to even end. But once again, it's about getting you comfortable and keeping you safe so you don't have to feel like you're out there and all of a sudden something's going to go down. You don't know. So ask questions whenever you feel like you're in a situation that you kind of want to go away and hide. So, all right. Something I want to say too that is so important, I need to get my lotion out, is you have to be a product of the product. And by this I mean, like let's say you said, hey, I need lotion, and I about Bath and Body Works. And then I'm like, hey, we have this great hand lotion. You're going to be like, you're so full of it. So you have to be a product of the product. If they know you believe in it, then they're going to believe in you and go, hey, you know what, she loves it, so she's using it. My husband's using it. He's using it. And then even like when I talk about the dish soaps, everything, you need to be a product of a product, and that's how you're gonna sell it. Because if you don't believe, they're not gonna believe. All right, so now step 4. You're totally ready now for the 40-day plug-in challenge. This is what I want you to do. 40 days. All you're gonna need is 1 warmer, 1 nightlight, and maybe 3 bars. And in this 40-day period, I want you to find 10, 12 people that have never tried Scentsy before and ask them to try it for 24 hours. No obligation, you just want their feedback. So I'll give you an example. My neighbor, single guy, I was kind of like, I wonder what, like, would single guys kind of like this in their, home? Is this something that I could talk to single guys about? So I went over, I heard him one time say he likes laundry. So I was like, okay, so I'm like, hey man, we should try this out. I'm just kind of curious as a single guy, what your thoughts are on it. And he was like, yeah, I'll totally try it out. Well, I gave him Clean Breeze, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Does that happen every time? No, but I will tell you probably 60% of the time in doing this challenge, people want Scentsy afterwards. So some other ideas, I asked my nail salon. So I came in and I'm like, you know what, business owner to business owner, I would love your professional feedback. Can I just leave this in your bathroom for 24 hours? And I would love to see what your thoughts are. I'm just curious if maybe I should call on nail salons. I don't really know, but I would really love your opinion and your thoughts on this. So it's kind of an innocent approach to be able to get in, and I do want their feedback. I honestly really do, because I'm going to learn more of different places that I can get Scentsy in. And someone else brought up something in the last thing, which I learned from you guys. He was like, do you leave your card? And I'm like, no, maybe at the front desk, as I'm sampling it like in the bathroom. Well, what if someone goes in there and loves it? So we were talking about maybe putting like a little label on with just your phone number or something. So, because what are the chances of them going up to the front desk and being like, hey, where'd that come from? So even any way you can get your information in there, yeah, great point. Other places I went, Bar Method, a workout place. I knew the owner, so again, I was like, hey, can we try this out? I'm just gonna leave it in your bathroom. Of course, people wanna help. It's in their nature. So when you come up to someone and say, hey, would you do me a favor? We just tried this for 24 hours. I just want your feedback. There's a pretty good chance they're gonna help you. And that's really all we're doing. So traveling, I had a traveling massage therapist. I was like, hey, will you take this and will you plug it in right when you get there set up and then turn it off like 15 minutes? I just kind of want to know what it adds to your atmosphere. And so she absolutely fell in love and now takes it to all of them. Not everyone's going to like it. That's okay. That's the reason you have the 3 bars too, I want to say, is you want people, scent is very personal, but you want somebody to be able to pick a scent they like instead of you giving them one that they're not going to like because then you're done. So kind of have a couple options, but like I said, you only need 1 warmer or 1 nightlight and that's it. And you guys, you can also do this with the laundry products, the dish soap. You can do it with anything. It's not just, I always refer to the warmers and wax, but these are definitely, these samples are awesome. So we'll be able to use those. Something else you can do with the diffuser, I went to my chiropractor and I was like, hey, you know what? I want your opinion on this. We just came out with this. I know they use them and have, they believe in all the oils. You can, I was even like, you can use your oils. I don't care. I just want your opinion. Could people smell it? And that's when I was going to say, sometimes I have 3 questions that I come back and ask. You don't have to do this. I would say, could you smell the scent? Yes, no. Did anybody else comment on the scent? Like, what were other people's reaction? And do you think that this is something that could actually work here in this business environment? 3 simple questions. So that's step 4. Now I want to talk about no. People are going to say no. I know this is my 3rd session. Did we? I gotta ask her because she's here. Did we go over what if she would have said no? We didn't do that yet, did we? Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. Like if I walk, oh, we did with the
Yes,
smell.
we did.
There's a moment. Okay. You guys don't take no personally. I mean, and I'll give you an example with Shelly. Shelly Anderson, Superstar Director. When I started, I asked 5 people to do parties for me when I was launching my business. Shelly told me no. And she sent me to her friends. She was like, I don't want anything to do with this. And A year later, she signed up and she's now a superstore director. She didn't sign up, but her sister did. Melissa did. And she didn't like that. So then she was like, what's going on? But no, it just means not right now. Andrea called me 6 times before I signed up. So don't be afraid of no. And I'm going to read these sales statistics because I think this really ties in with the whole no thing. And I was going to say too, if somebody walked up to you and said, you came up to me, hey, do you want a piece of gum? And I was like, nah, I'm good. I mean, should you be offended? No. So don't be offended when somebody doesn't want our product. Too bad, so sad, on to the next. I mean, there's so many people out there that love it. We just got to find those people. So these are true sales statistics, not for only Scentsy, but it's for any pharmaceutical, car, you name it, any sales. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of people make a second contact, then stop. 12% make a third contact and stop. 10% make more than 3 contacts and stop. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% on the third, only 10% on the fourth, but 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. And that's for all sales. So don't ever think following up is key to this. When you find a customer, you want to keep them forever because that's how it sustains your business. So don't ever be afraid to approach people and get them engaged in your business because I promise no means not right now. I know you guys have heard that last. Okay, so now I want to quickly go over some ideas. So now we talked about dropping the samples, carrying the testers, doing the 40-day plug-in challenge. So I'm going to go over some ideas. Model homes. Model homes were really big for me. Subdivisions are going up like crazy. I would go in and ask the real estate agent, hey, you know what, could I plug this in your little half bath and I leave it here just for you to try it out? I will say probably 90% of those real estate agents ended up buying. Model homes were huge for me. Apartment complexes. I went and called on an apartment complex. The manager ended up signing up because she told me she went to this corporate conference and they told them that baked apple pie was the #1 scent that made people feel like they were at home. So this apartment had to put every day, go out and buy a baked apple pie, put it in their oven and keep it on low so the smell would go in. And I was like, well, we have baked apple pie, I can solve this problem. So she ended up signing up, loved it. Of course, we have the vets, doggy daycares, pet mobile services. Those are becoming a new thing. Those little car bars, perfect. Share those. They have them hanging, that's free advertisement for us. Yoga studios, stylist salons, hospitals, like I said, are such a great place to drop product. People are sitting there waiting. Any type of those big office buildings, where they have like all these different offices, go in and just drop them. Let's leave our information there. This is a great one. And Valentine's Day is right around the corner, you guys. So I had a gal who every Valentine's Day, she would go to like Royal Can Henry's, the Tire Shop, around Valentine's Day, and she would put like a plug-in, Lucky in Love, and then tie it in a cute little bag. And she'd go in with like 5 of them and be like, hey, Valentine's Day tomorrow, who's need a gift? Ready to go. And she would sell it. She said she even would have to go home and be able to get more together and go. But you think about all those different places that are around you where guys work and they don't want to go buy you anything, or their wife anything, or me. But you're helping them by going in and sharing what you have wrapped up and ready to go. So think about doing that with Valentine's Day coming around the corner. Of course, dentists. And this is something I got from Melissa, and I just think this is brilliant. Any of you that have another job, you need to have the scent and warmer of the month sent to your office. So Melissa does this, and I get jealous that I don't have another job sometimes. She says she opens up her box, she sells all of her bars. So now everyone's so excited when they know that this scent and warmer of the month is coming every month because they want to be able to smell the different scents. And this is a perfect way, because I always say it's our job as consultants to make sure our customers turn their warmer on. We turn ours on, but we have to be able to help them remember to turn on. That is a great way. You're bringing the bars there innocently and just say, hey, it's delivered here, I just have to be here when the package comes. and bam, she sells all the bars. So if any of you have second jobs or anywhere where you're around other people, perfect. I'm not saying, sorry. I screwed up on the last one, and instead of success, I used another word. It was really bad. So I'm going to skip this paragraph because success has been hard for me to say today. So just be prepared for any opportunity. Be sure you carry samples in your bag and have everything ready to go, because then you're never going to be able to pass up the perfect opportunity. You know, and I'm guilty. There's been times I'm somewhere and I'm like, if only I had a brochure or something to be able to hand out. I don't have it. So I really think being prepared at all times is really going to help you capture the perfect moment. Okay, so now we need to do this. So now, which I'll give you more ideas in a little bit, but we talked about different ideas. So in our workbook at the center page, it talks about like all the different products, warmers, bars, oils, like even the baseball collection, sports collection. After we talked about, think about different places you can go. So hopefully something just popped into your head that you think you can go, maybe a strip mall that's near you, or Henry's, whatever it is. But kind of quickly, as we're on the topic, write them down. We'll give you like 3 minutes to do that.
That's not me. You can stop me for a minute. No. It's me. They're laughing at me. You're over there, and I've got the camera there. They're all laughing at me. No, it's all at me. No, no, no. It's me. Sorry, we're not supposed to be distracting you. Somebody's writing.
She doesn't get me. I have somebody messaging me on Facebook that wants to start something.
Okay, now I'm having that flash. Thanks, guys.
Everybody could be excited by it.
I would be like, you should just get.
I'd be like, I'm going out there and